I want you to watch this. Is a pretty movie. It's a little bit long, but this is it's pretty stunning. Now, this I'd be curious to hear from people in Georgia how much play this is getting, because this has got to hurt Loeffler and Purdue. He doesn't name them directly. He sort of does a little bit. In my mind, he should have been more explicit, but I think he's a Republican official. He is a Georgia election official. He is the voting systems manager, which of course is.
How do they need more Republicans in Georgia to come out and say these things?
This guy really had enough, and gosh, I feel bad for him, because that they're having to put guards in front of his house now after coming out and doing this. But watch this. This is pretty a little bit intense.
Good afternoon. My name is Gabriel Sterling. I'm the Voting System Implementation Manager for the state of Georgia. And just to give you all a heads up, this is going to be sort of a two-part press conference today. And at the beginning of this, I'm going to do my best to keep it together, because it has all gone too far. All of it. Joe DeGenova today asked for Chris Krebs, a patriot who ran CISA, to be shot. A 20-something tech in Gwinnett County today has death threats and a noose put out saying he should be hung for treason because he was transferring a report on batches from an EMS to a county computer so he could read it. It has to stop. Mr. President, you have not condemned these actions or this language. Senators, you have not condemned this language or these actions. This has to stop. We need you to step up, and if you're going to take a position of leadership, show some. My boss, Secretary Raffensperger, his address is out there. They have people doing caravans in front of their house. They've had people come onto their property. Tricia, his wife of 40 years, is getting sexualized threats through her cell phone. It has to stop. This is elections. This is the backbone of democracy, and all of you who have not said a damn word are complicit in this. It's too much. Yes, fight for every legal vote. Go through your due process. We encourage you, use your First Amendment. That's fine. Death threats, physical threats, intimidation. It's too much. It's not right. They've lost the moral high ground to claim that it is. I don't have all the best words to do this because I'm angry. And the straw that broke the camel's back today is, again, this 20-year-old contractor for a voting system company just trying to do his job. Just there. In fact, I talked to Dominion today and I said he's one of the better ones they got. His family's getting harassed now. There's a noose out there with his name on it. It's not right. I've got police protection outside my house. Fine. You know, I took a higher profile job. I get it. Secretary ran for office. His wife knew that too. This kid took a job. He just took a job. And it's just wrong. I can't begin to explain the level of anger I have right now over this. And every American, every Georgian, Republican and Democrat alike, should have that same level of anger. Mr. President, it looks like you likely lost the state of Georgia. We're investigating. There's always a possibility. I get it. And you have the rights to go through the courts. What you don't have the ability to do, and you need to step up and say this, is stop inspiring people to commit potential acts of violence. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get shot. Someone's going to get killed. And it's not right. It's not right. and y'all, I don't have anything scripted. This is, like I said, I'm going to do my best to keep it together. All of this is wrong. The Geneva who said for Chris Krebs to get shot is a former U.S. attorney. He knows better. The people around the president know better. Mr. President, as the Secretary said yesterday, people aren't giving you the best advice on what's actually going on the ground. It's time to look forward. If you want to run for re-election in 4 years, fine, do it. But everything we're seeing right now, there's not a path. Be the bigger man here and step in, tell your supporters, don't be violent, don't intimidate. All that's wrong. It's un-American.
Yeah, I mean, the idea that Trump isn't getting the right information, and this is all coming from the top down. You think if Trump was not acting definitively and was saying, I don't know, maybe I did lose the election, that any of this would be happening? That any of this would be happening?
You know, I was just watching on Twitter that guy, and I'm starting to think maybe I'm getting bad advice.
Yeah.
I mean,
people surrounding me, they may not be looking out for my best interests, except it's all him. It's all comes down from him. I mean, he runs the White House like an authoritarian, and he pits people against each other, and they do his bidding. I mean, Bill Barr just now, for the first time in his tenure as AG, has done something that Trump didn't want. But he was willing to do away with norms, skirt legal processes, and be, dictatorial in his own way. Right.
So 4 weeks later, too, let's be clear. Like, yeah,
I do feel bad for the guy, and he's trying to make a plea because he has things he wants to protect people, right? So he's trying to speak to his audience in Trump. So I'm nitpicking that point because you know what? I felt the same way too, because it's the second or third time I've watched it, and I felt more sympathetic for the guy the first time. Right.
But then it's like, well, Donald Trump, like the idea that you're appealing to Donald Trump doesn't give a crap.
Yeah.
He doesn't, Donald Trump's not getting bad advice. Donald Trump is not, to the extent that he's a rational player in this, it's only because he cares only about himself. The people who could stop this, are the senators in his state.
Exactly.
The people who could stop this are people like Mitch McConnell. It has always been, Donald Trump has existed. The cowards in this, and I don't even say, cowards is almost like letting them off the hook a little bit, because
they're grifters, they're opportunists,
they're
careerists who are willing to sacrifice any norm, any principle they may have, anything that they learned as kids of how to treat people in order to advance their own careers and get rich. I mean, that's what it is. It's not even cowardice.
And he, if he wants to really change that behavior, he's got to call them out. But I assume that on some level it's naivete on his part.
Yeah.
The idea like Donald Trump can't be this inhumane, can't be this narcissistic,
right.
Can't be like, and it's also sort of framed in this way, like, if there was a chance that he could win, it would be okay to push this kind of violent rhetoric, but
the "it's gone too far" refrain is kind of tells that point, right? Like a certain level of this is okay, but guys, a contractor might
come on.
But now that it's affecting people I know,
exactly.
Okay, that's the most cynical take there. But look, that guy doesn't deserve this. His coworkers don't deserve this. But yeah, appealing to Republican humanity, and especially appealing to Donald Trump's humanity, his non-existent humanity, probably not the most fruitful route to go down.
No.